So, you want to build $1 billion business in 5 years, no less. Sounds like a movie plot, right? Maybe one with a cool soundtrack and a training montage, but here's the kicker, it's not entirely fiction. People do this, real people. They don't all wear capes or have secret lairs. They start with an idea, often a simple one. They see a problem, they think of a solution. The journey from that spark to a 9-0 valuation is intense. It's a roller coaster that mostly goes up, but sometimes feels like it's stuck upside down. But the possibility, it's very real. The air is thick with stories of overnight successes. We hear about them all the time. The app built in a garage, the website coded in a dorm room. Suddenly, boom, billions. But overnight usually hides years of relentless work. It hides countless failures and pivots. It hides the grind. The truth is, building something massive takes more than just a flash of genius. It takes a specific mindset. It requires a willingness to learn, to adapt, and to keep pushing. Even when the coffee runs out and your brain feels like mush, it's about understanding the game. Every massive company starts by solving a real problem or by fulfilling a deep, unmet desire. This is your first mission. Find that gap. It's not about chasing trends or copying what's hot. It's about deep observation. What are people complaining about? What are they hacking together makeshift solutions for? Where is there friction, inefficiency, or just plain annoyance in their daily lives or businesses? These pain points are not just problems. They are opportunities in disguise. They are the fertile ground where billion-dollar ideas take root. Market research sounds boring, like homework, but it's your treasure map. Don't just Google stuff. Talk to actual humans. Get out of the building. Ask questions. Listen more than you talk. Understand their world, their struggles, their aspirations. What are they really trying to achieve? Sometimes the biggest opportunities are hiding in plain sight. They are the things everyone else has accepted as just the way it is. Your job is to challenge that, to see what others overlook. This is where innovation truly begins. So, you've spotted a market gap, you're buzzing with ideas. You envision a perfect feature-packed product. Hold up. Before you spend months or even years building that grand vision in secret, let's talk MVP. That's minimum viable product. The key word here is minimum. What's the absolute simplest version of your product that can deliver core value to your early customers and crucially allow you to start learning? That's your MVP. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart. It's about speed to learning. The purpose of an MVP isn't to impress everyone. It's not to win design awards, not yet anyway. Its primary job is to test your fundamental business hypotheses. Do people actually want this? Will they use it? Is the problem you think you're solving the real problem they have? An MVP gets your idea out of your head and into the hands of real users fast. This is where the learning truly accelerates. You're no longer guessing, you're getting actual feedback. You're collecting data, real actionable data. Your MVP is out there. Phew, but the work isn't done. It's just begun. Now comes the fun part, iteration. Based on the feedback and data you gathered from your MVP, you start to tweak, refine, and improve. This is the build, measure, learn feedback loop in action. You build a feature or a change. You measure its impact. Did it improve engagement? Did it solve the problem? You learn from the results. And then you repeat. This cycle is the engine of a lean startup. It's what separates the fast movers from the dinosaurs. Iteration isn't about randomly trying stuff. It's about making informed changes based on validated learning. Each iteration should be an experiment designed to get you closer to product market fit. That magical state where your product perfectly meets the needs of a hungry market. Sometimes iteration means adding features. Other times it means removing them. Yes, removing. If a feature isn't being used, or it's confusing people, or it's just not adding value, kill it. Be ruthless. Your product should evolve, not just accumulate features like barnacles. Section 5. Steering the rocket ship leadership that truly leads. Building a billion-dollar company isn't a solo mission, even if it starts that way. As you grow, leadership becomes absolutely critical. And I'm not talking about just being the boss. I'm talking about creating a vision that inspires, fostering a culture where people can do their best work, making tough decisions when the path forward is foggy, True leadership is about empowering others. It's about setting a clear direction, then getting out of the way so smart people can execute. It's less about having all the answers and more about asking the right questions. A strong leader in a fast-growing startup needs to be comfortable with chaos, because there will be chaos. Things change daily, priorities shift, fires erupt. Your job is to be the calm in the storm, to provide clarity and focus amidst the whirlwind. This means communicating constantly, over-communicating even. Everyone on your team needs to understand the mission, the strategy, and how their work contributes to the bigger picture. Transparency builds trust, and trust is the bedrock of a high-performing team. Section 6. Your dream team assemble. Building a squad that wins. You can't build a billion-dollar empire alone. You need a team, not just any team, a killer team. A group of passionate, talented individuals who believe in the mission as much as you do. Finding and hiring these people is one of your most important jobs as a founder. In the early days, every single hire is critical. They don't just fill a role, they shape the culture, they define what's possible. Look for people who are not just skilled, but also adaptable, curious and driven. People who thrive in a fast-paced, learn-as-you-go environment. Culture isn't about ping-pong tables and free snacks, though those can be nice. Real culture is about shared values. It's about how people treat each other, how decisions are made, how conflicts are resolved. As you build your team, be intentional about the culture you want to create. Do you want a culture of radical candor, of relentless customer focus, of continuous improvement? Define it, live it, hire for it, and protect it fiercely. A strong culture acts like an immune system for your company. It attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. Section 7. Making noise, marketing and branding that echoes. You could build the most amazing product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, does it even exist? Marketing isn't just an afterthought. It's not something you sprinkle on at the end. It needs to be baked into your strategy from day one. How will you reach your target customers? What's your story? Why should they care? In a crowded world, you need to make some noise. You need a brand that resonates, a message that cuts through the clutter, something that frankly slaps. Your brand is more than just a logo and a color scheme. It's the sum total of every interaction someone has with your company. It's your reputation. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room. What do you want that to be? Define your brand identity early. What are your core values? What's your personality? Are you quirky and fun, serious and authoritative? Your branding should be authentic. It should reflect who you are as a company and resonate deeply with your ideal customers. Section 8. Fueling the fire, smart money and financial wisdom. Ideas are great, teams are essential, products are key, but let's be real. Building a billion-dollar business takes money. Sometimes a lot of it. Understanding your finances, planning meticulously and securing the right kind of investment at the right time is crucial. This isn't just about getting funded. It's about smart capital. Money that comes with expertise, connections and a shared vision. It's about fueling the fire, not just throwing cash at it. You need to know your numbers inside out. First, bootstrap for as long as you can. This means funding the company yourself or through early revenue. Bootstrapping forces discipline. It makes you incredibly resourceful. It ensures you're building something customers are willing to pay for from the get-go. When you do decide to seek external funding, whether from angel investors, venture capitalists or other sources, you'll be in a much stronger position. You'll have traction. You'll have data. You'll have a clearer understanding of your business model and how much capital you actually need and why. Section 9. The long game, staying sharp, focused, and adaptable. The journey to a billion-dollar valuation in 5 years is a marathon, not a sprint. Actually, it's more like a series of intense sprints with very short recovery periods. Run over a marathon distance, it requires incredible stamina, sustained focus, and a deep well of resilience. There will be highs that make you feel invincible, and lows that make you question your sanity. The key is to stay grounded, to keep learning, and to never ever lose sight of your core vision, even as you adapt your tactics. Staying focused is a superpower in a world full of distractions. There will always be new shiny objects, new market trends, new advice from well-meaning people. You need a North Star, your core mission, your validated customer need. Use this to guide your decisions. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your strategic priorities. Even if they seem like good ideas in isolation, your time and resources are finite. Protect them fiercely. Focus on the critical few activities that will drive the most impact towards your billion-dollar goal.